and welcome to our live crafting session. It is Thursday the 6th of February 2025. Good day to you. It is in the evening here, just after 7 p.m. here in the UK, and it's a very cold evening. I'm having trouble getting warmed up today, so my hands are rather cold, so I do apologise if my stamping is not up to standard. So what I wanted to share with you is the cards that we've made so far this week at Coffee and Card, and this has featured our stamp set of the week called Tiled Techniques, as you can see here. These images aren't as large as the actual stamps themselves, but we have the large stamp here. That's what I've used for this particular card, just stamping it top and bottom with a little bit of ribbon wrapped around in between, and then I've just stamped a thank you onto a die cut and added that. This one, and this I did on Monday, so you can see the live for that. This one I stamped using this slightly curved piece here, and I used the corner piece in each of the four corners, and I also added those in the same format inside. On one of our coffee and cards, I also made this card here. So this is a standard size card, and I stamped again that triangle. I started in the center, and then I stamped one either side. So I have 3 across the bottom, I have 3 across the top, and then I decided to stamp 2 of the points of the triangle on the right and the left, just to sort of fill it in, and then added a few flowers and a sentiment to finish that off. So I thought what I would do today, next Friday it is Valentine's Day, and so I thought I would just change the colours round and make 2 Valentine's cards, a square one and a standard size one. Let me just remove the plastic from the dog. Okay, so there we have Tiled Techniques. So let's do the square one first. So this is a square card which measures 99mm by 99. I've got a piece of, in this case, real red card that measures 95mm by 95, and then I've got a 90 or 9cm square panel for the Valentine's main section. I'm going to utilise a set called Hugs for Love, very much designed for Valentine's, but it could also be used for anniversary and things like that. We've got these 2 shapes which coordinate, you might recognise, with the to the point punch that we used a couple of weeks ago. This one here, it's got a series of hearts and then obviously lots of different sentiments on here. These 2 frames have got hearts in them, so I'm going to utilise one of those. So let's get cracking. Let's start with our corners, I think. Caroline, I hope you're feeling better again. I was going to use this large one here. And I have got some padding underneath here, but with photopolymer stamps in particular, and especially ones that are I can't think of the words today that are patterned like that, you want a good amount of pressure. This is Real Red, my ink pad. I'm hoping it's got enough ink on it. This is my spare one, because my other one is packed. ready for coffee and card tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to pop this on top left and bottom right, and obviously with the photopolymer you can see through the stamp. So let's pop one there. It's got a nice little amount of detail on here as well. And two. It's probably going to go like that. Be a bit much. If it was a bit bigger you could get away with two more, I think, but I'm happy with it as is. Then what I'm going to do is grab a spare piece of card. I can get this one out. And I'm going to stamp at the border and then put the card together. So let's choose one of these two. So I've got this two with the hearts top and bottom, and this with that pretty hearts, sort of like hearts and sort of foliage almost. So I'm going to use that one. And as I mentioned before, where you've got this type of stamp where it's quite flimsy, just allow it to relax onto your work surface and then pop your block onto it. So I'm going to pop, I might stamp two while I'm at it, and then I'm going to stamp a sentiment in the middle. So we've got sending you a big hug, make the best team, lots of hugs and kisses. We've got a happy Valentine's Day there, so I think I'm going to use that, and I might use the little hearts underneath. So I might put this slightly high and then put the hearts below that. So this is from Hugs for Love. So let's put this one up. Oh, not very straight. Let's try that again. There we go, that's better. There was a reason I stamped two, wasn't there? So I've got Happy Valentine's Day there. And I'm going to pop some of the hearts underneath. Let me just check. See that we are all where we should be. It tells me I'm live. That's always a good sign. Okay, perfect. Oh, bless you, Caroline's still coughing a lot, but she's feeling better in herself. Right, so we've got this little selection of hearts, and then we've got a line of hearts. So let's have a look and see which would look better. This is, I think the little sort of bunch of hearts would work quite nicely. I'm just going to stamp this up here so I can see what it looks like. Yes, that's cute. So let's pop that under there, like so. And then I'm going to punch this out with that same punch. I'm going to leave that open because I'll probably need it in a second. So this is the to the point punch, and this comes as a bundle with the Hugs for Love stamp set, so you can buy the two together. Okay, so just roughly see how this is going to go together. So this is going to go here, this is going to go on top, but I'm going to punch out another layer. So I'm going to put something either side, and we've got all of these hearts in here. I like this stripe one, so that's the one I'm going to use. Let's pop this one back. Bring the ink pad back in. And I can leave that on there, a bit extra cushioning. So I'm going to put one on the top right, one of these bottom left, and This is going to be my card base. So while we're there, I'm going to put one of these in the middle. And then, let me see, lots of hugs and kisses. Or life is better with you. Let's go for that one. Okay. Just going to try it on my spare piece here, because I haven't stamped this sentiment yet. There we go. So I believe, looking at the forecast today, we have snow forecast tomorrow night, which will be interesting. So tomorrow afternoon and evening. There we go. Life is better with you. Let's cover that up for the moment. And what I'm going to do is punch my shape out of the, nearly out of the centre of this. This is going to go onto here, and my layer is going to go on top, and then this section is going to go on top of that. So what I'm going to do, obviously this is the same size, so what I'm going to do is cut this across the middle and then reposition it. One piece slightly high, one piece slightly low. So let us do that. So we have our all-day craft event on Saturday, so I'm hoping there's not too much snow, otherwise people won't be able to get to us. Right, let's add a little bit of glue. Right. It's a bit cold for my glue. Okay, it is cold in here. So I'm just adding a little layer of glue on this edge. I know you can't see it. Hi Debbie, thanks for joining us this evening, and Brenda, nice to see you, thank you for joining me too. I've just seen a spelling mistake, a typing error on my description of tonight's video. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one on first, and I do like to do it flat on the table, not in the air. It's less likely to move that way. And then this one here. So I've just got a very small border that I've created just with that backing of the punch, just to give it a little bit of interest as much as anything. Okay, this is going to go on with dimensionals, and then I'm just going to layer these together. So this is the one that I cut that piece from. So remember, the easiest thing to do for this is to put this layer down first, add my glue on it, a little bit around there, like so. So I'm just centralising this. This measures 9.5 centimetres by 9.5. Then we've got our panel here. And again, I'm putting my glue on the smaller of the two pieces, just so I don't get glue where it's not needed. There's always a chance I can still do that, of course. There we go. And then my Valentine's Day is going to slot in there. I'm going to pop it on with dimensionals, and then it doesn't matter that it's overlapping a little bit. There we go. So let's put 1, 2, 3 on there. That should be all right. So Debbie, I'm hoping your class in a box arrived all okay, and all the videos and everything got all loaded up. There we go. So it says Happy Valentine's Day, and then inside it says Life is better with you, and obviously you could add bling to that. You could add a heart or two on the envelope as well. Okay, so that's number 1, and that's just using that larger piece there. Let's do one with, I want to do sort of more of an all over design, because I've used that one. I haven't used, I did use this one in just to demonstrate it, so let's use this one again. And I'll clean these off in a minute. I might just make sure that one is clean now before I do anything else. Okay. Right, so I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I'm going to start in the centre. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out. I might need a piece of grid paper or something. Let's see what I've got here. There we go. So you might not know this, but you can buy this grid paper. You can buy a pack of this. It's A3 in size, give or take, and it has 100 sheets in the pack. It's got inches on one side with the grid and centimetres on the other, and obviously you can use that for lining up and all sorts of things. Okay. Not quite sure which way I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it by eye. Could go completely wrong, but let's just make a start, see where we get. So I'm going to fill this hopefully together. Now I have got a camera. This is my excuse. I've got a camera between me and my work surface. So you might see a gap. Actually, it's a little bit wonky, isn't it? There we go. So there we go. I've got that one there. And now I'm going to just work my way around, I think. Am I going to keep this the same? Yes, I am. I could rotate these, but I think I'm just going to keep these the same. So this is going to go off the page, I know that. Like so. Okay. We're going to have one here. Just watch that ink I've got on the top there. And do the other half of that. Like so. So I hope everybody is keeping well. There's still a lot of bugs around, so I hope some of you have managed to keep out of the way of them. Okay, so this is going to go, so I'm going to keep this way round. You could rotate these and have them going different ways. But hopefully, oh, that was a bit wonky, wasn't it? In fact, that was very wonky. I'll try and straighten it a little bit. Okay, right, let's see. Let's go this way. So I'm leaving about using it as a guideline, 1/4 of an inch, maybe not quite a centimetre in between each one. That's there. Okay, this one's going to fit in there. And here. I'm going to work this one out. It's that way. Now this was already cut to size for my card. But potentially what you could do is stamp a larger piece and then cut it down to suit, so that you cut it where, you know, it fits best. But I'm just going as is. Right, make sure I've got this the right way around. That's the danger of talking and crafting at the same time. Okay, there's that one. And there. And I'm just turning this round to suit me. So this all is in real red. Let's pop this on the top. And the secret with this sort of thing is just to take your time. Don't rush it. Okay, so I've got a little gap in there. I can pop that in. And then the same here. So I just need to think which piece I need to stamp in there. And the same here. And I will probably have to do the top half of that one. Okay, well, I think I've got away with that. Don't look too hard, but I think I've got away with it. Now this one, because I haven't done anything else with it, you could rotate it. So if you had one that was, you know, quite a bit wonkier than the others, you could use that to your advantage, turn it round and find the most pleasing aspect of that if you wanted to. Right, let me see what I'm going to do with this. So I've got a base white card here. This layer is going to go onto my real red layer here. And problem is I don't really want to cover that up. That's a bit fussy, isn't it, really? Don't cover it up. Let me just see. So I'm just punching out this spare one that I had that I stamped slightly wonky as well, to see whether I'm actually going to utilise that. It does sort of work, doesn't it? Okay. Let's use that. Let's pop those little hearts in the bottom. I know it's slightly wonky, but I don't think it's going to be really obvious. So I've got Happy Valentine's Day, and then my little hearts at the bottom. They're very sweet. And I could do the same trick with this, or I could maybe punch a circle that would fit behind there. Don't want to use a die. Let me see. Right, this is a 2 1/4 inch circle. So doesn't quite fit in there. Let's try 2 1/2. If I can find it. Oh, 2 3/8. Slightly bigger. Oh, that would do it. Okay. And this is 2 1/2. Dear, let's see. I think I'm going to go for 2 1/2 so that the whole of that area is covered. I've probably got enough space to do both if I need it, so let's do that. Okay, so that's going to go onto there. This is going to go onto there, and then I've got Happy Valentine's Day, which will sit nicely just inside there. You can see how that just gives me that gap behind it. I really don't want to cover it all up. Let's see if it works better this way. Yeah. Because I'm not covering up a whole piece, psychologically, it feels like I'm seeing more of that, even though it's the same size. Right, we just rotate this round. Because this one is slightly wonky, and that means I can slightly cover it up. That definitely works. I'm happy with that. So let's layer these together. I might change, I can do it that way. Okay, so this layer is going to go down. Just think if I've got any real red ribbon. I don't think I have. Lovely lipstick, which is a pink. Got cherry cobbler, I think. This is cherry cobbler. Cherry cobbler and gold, but I might get away with that. Do you think it's too much if I add that behind there? Yeah, I don't think it adds it really. Okay. So just make sure this is now opening from the top. I originally was going to do it in portrait, best laid plans and all that. Try and be as quick as I can. Ooh. Nearly went off the edge there. Okay. So just layer this in. So this has got 1/2 centimetre difference between this layer and the outside layer, which gives me 2.5 millimeters basically round all of the edges. This is going to go on here like so. So this is our stamp set of the week. So if you buy our stamp set of the week, you get the components for the cards that I've made. So I've made 4 cards live this week, so you'll get 4 card bases and the envelopes and the layers. Okay, I'm going to pop this on. I wonder if I could wrap some white twine behind here. It does count on me finding the white twine. No, I can't see it. Normally I just have some to hand. So let's just put this on. So I'm going to pop this on 2 layers of dimensionals, I think. One on this layer and one on the top. Let's just pick these up a little bit. There we go. That's that. Might just support this on the edges as well. So make sure you do use up the edges of your dimensionals. They're very useful for long thin strips, but if you've heard me before, what I do say is still cut them up a little bit smaller. Don't try and use a really long strip, otherwise it can sort of stretch and buckle your card. So there we go. Come on. So Friday's tomorrow. Another week gone. Goodness me. Right, this is going to go on here. Just centering it really on that. And of course that isn't centered on there, but I think I can get away with that. I don't know what that beeping was, I'm sure. Right, 1, 2 and 3. And then if you've got some red gems, for example, they would look nice. You could pop those in the centres, or you could pop them somewhere on here. Just make sure I've got that the right way. There we go. Happy Valentine's Day. And then on the inside, let's pop this in the corner. Maybe bottom right, bottom left I will do. This one. And this one. There we go. And then find my little hearts. So this has got a whole series of hearts. I might use this one here. I haven't used that one yet. So it's like a sort of hand-stitched heart. Let's just pop that on there. I think it probably needs a bigger block, but we'll go with it. So just inking that up because I've not used this one before. There we go. I'm going to put one here, like so. And happy Valentine's Day. life is better with you. It's going to go above that. There we are. All done and dusted. So it is Tiled Techniques. Is the one with all the tiles here and here. And then the ones with the hearts is called Hugs for Love. So there we are, and I think I'll probably put these cards into the Old Hall bookshop. So if you're local, or you know somebody local to me who wants one of these, then they'll be for sale in the bookshop tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like the designs. You could build those up. Obviously you could punch these out with squares and do it that way in a mosaic sort of style. Lots of different options, but I do think that the Tiled Technique stamp set is really versatile. As I say, these are ones that I did earlier in the week, and as I say, if you buy my stamp set of the week that I'm featuring it, then you get all the components of the cards that I make live. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great evening ahead. If you're watching on catch up or replay, then I hope you have a good morning, afternoon or evening ahead, and I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. I'll be back on, I'll be back on Monday morning as planned, and I will be showing you the projects that we made at our all-day event on Saturday, and then I'll be back again Wednesday morning, and for some reason I don't think I'm here next Thursday evening, but I'm desperately trying to think why and where I am. So I will let you know. Thank you so much for joining me. Do take care. I hope you have enjoyed the session, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Debbie, thank you so much for your cute little design and your stars. That's much appreciated. Thank you so much, and bye for now.